Ever heard of fitness insanity? It's when you follow that same old fitness advice year after year, expecting a brand new you to just emerge. But let's get real. How's that been working out for you? On the left, January 2023. There you are, armed with your stats and an ambitious list of fitness to-dos. You're cutting calories like a pro, embracing compound lifts, and trying to love those low-carb meals. And well, let's be honest, not exactly loving life. It's January 2024 and what do we see? The same weight and the same body fat percentage, staring back at you with this all too familiar question mark hanging over your head. Will this year be the same old story, or will you smash your fitness goals? Let's dive into how you can make the most of your hard work and see real changes in your body in 2024. If you're new here, my name is Tim, and after working for global food science companies and as a personal trainer now settled here in Austin, Texas, I'm here to revolutionize fitness. My creation? Anti-Gym Bro Fitness. It's for all you guys like me that want a fit body without sacrificing all the joys in life. So let's get lean without the gym bro routine. You've heard it a million times before.
Also take into consideration how sustainable the calorie deficit you're adhering to is.
If you want to lose weight and keep it off, you have to go slow and sustainable. But it turns out the speed of your weight loss, not the big deal that we were led to believe. Yep, you heard that right. All those studies and all those experts pushing for months or even years of this sustainable grinding. We might have been giving them a lot more credit than they actually deserve. And I'm not just throwing opinions around here. This is gold standard research. I'm talking randomized controlled trials. Real MVPs of science have blown the lid off that traditional weight loss advice that we've been fed by countless influencers. Essentially, we've been given the green light from the weight loss scientists to really speed things up without fear of messing with our metabolism or our hormones. The speed at which you lose weight does not matter if we adhere to these two critical practices: resistance training and consuming adequate protein. Which begs the question, why stretch out a weight loss plan over a year when you can achieve your goals in 12 weeks? I've been applying this strategy with my clients since 2015, and it's so satisfying to finally see data that supports this approach. This research is a knockout punch for that slow and steady weight loss, proving that the secret to weight loss success isn't about the speed, it's about the strategy. But here's where it gets even more controversial. The traditional advice to maintain that daily 500 calorie deficit is not necessarily easier than a bigger daily deficit, like 1000 calories per day. In fact, here's a little secret that might just change the game for you. The data currently shows that an aggressive approach yields less hunger signaling than the slow and sustainable gradual approach. I know, crazy, right? But here's the catch. The biggest downside, you're looking at a pretty limited menu if you don't put any effort in. Now, if you're cool in chowing down on the same menu every single day, then hey, you might actually see this as a win. But let's be real, for most folks that I work with, and probably you too, variety isn't just the spice of life. It's the key to not losing your mind on this journey. And that's why having a solid stash of go-to recipes is a game changer for keeping things fresh and staying on the right track. Getting lean is not about finding a sustainable plan that you can use forever. Dieting to get lean is meant to be a temporary phase. Think of it as a sharp, focused sprint towards leanness, a high-intensity phase of transformation. We just proved that fast and focused beats slow and steady in this fitness race. So if you're ready to sprint ahead with us, make sure you're subscribed. And you know, there's something about seeing quick changes in the mirror that just fires you up and makes the whole thing so much easier. Losing weight and getting lean isn't all about this one-size-fits-all sustainable plan. It's about embracing a focused, high-intensity period of change. Hectic life? You've probably heard that minimalist training is the secret sauce to fitting fitness into your daily life, right?
And for them, a minimalist approach can provide an easier starting point.
Just focus on compound lifts, 10 to 20 sets per week per muscle group. Make sure you go to within 2 reps of muscular failure, and go. Think again. If you're chasing a body transformation, aiming to get leaner or pack on some muscle, minimalist training is like running in molasses. You're moving, but you're going nowhere fast. Let me paint you a picture. Imagine getting all hyped up about this minimalist approach, thinking you're going to make these big changes with just a few simple moves. Sounds perfect, especially for someone like me or maybe you who's always on the go, but then reality hits. You're doing the same few exercises day in, day out, and suddenly you're stuck, literally looking the same every single week. But here's where the story gets interesting. Just because the minimalist route turns out to be a bit of a dead end, it doesn't mean that we have to give up fitting fitness into our lifestyle. That's when I stumbled into something way more exciting: training challenges. We're taking a complete 180 from that minimalist monotony. These challenges are custom workouts that are all about where you're at and what's actually going to propel you forwards. And the cool part, one-off training challenges fit any schedule, any location, any time frame. They're not about just going through the motions. They're about pushing your limits, driving your muscles to absolute failure with a mix of creativity and just sheer determination. Making the shift to these one-off training challenges was a turning point for me. Suddenly workouts are something I actually look forward to. And you know what? The results spoke for themselves. Real measurable changes that I can see and feel. So here's the deal. If minimalist training advice has left you feeling stuck or bored, it's time for a change. Jump into training challenges and turn your workouts into these epic tales of personal victory. Remember, it's not just about reaching your fitness goals. It's about enjoying the process, embracing each challenge, and the thrill of smashing through it. Think you've got weight loss figured out? On one side, you've got folks saying, hey, it's all about...
A lot of us don't want to hear about it, but it always is about calories in and calories out.
Calories in versus calories out. Simple, right? But then you turn the corner and suddenly it's all about 10-step morning routines.
Morning routine.
Syncing up with the sunrise, getting that 8 minutes of golden sunlight in the morning, followed by a 4-minute cold plunge, and then carbs. Don't even think about them until the clock strikes noon. Now, I'm all for a good routine, but let's be honest. Sometimes the fitness world feels like it's split between oversimplifying and turning our routines into a full-blown space mission protocol. Let's cut through the noise and just get real for a moment. While counting calories is a solid starting point, boiling down our entire transformation to this lone strategy is like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube with one move. It's not happening. The real game changer, behavior change. It's these small daily decisions and habits that truly shape our journey and dictate our success. And what messes with our behaviors? A whole lot. Take poor sleep, for example. It cranks up those hunger hormones and demolishes those ones that help us hold on to muscle. So if you're not getting enough sleep, not only are you battling constant hunger pangs for the most calorie-dense snacks, but the weight you're losing is more likely to be muscle than fat. Talk about a double whammy for both your looks and your health. And if you thought that answer was a 10-step complex morning ritual, or you love the idea of a 4 a.m. wake-up call, those routines can feel more like a recipe for burnout rather than success. Real talk. If your morning routine feels like more of a part-time job, it's no wonder that falling off the bandwagon feels inevitable. It's not about being committed enough. It's just that sometimes these routines don't match up with our actual lives. So what's the middle ground? It's about finding that perfect balance, creating a routine that transforms those initial acts of discipline into feel-good habits, seamlessly fitting into your lifestyle. But here's the catch. These habits need to be clear, actionable, and genuinely lead to change. It's not enough to just put your workout shoes on. You've got to actually move in them too. But imagine, just by waking up 15 minutes earlier, you carve out time for a quick workout session before your morning shower. It seems small, but it really adds up. That's over 1.5 hours of solid exercise per week. And that's a total game changer for your body transformation journey. And the best part, before you know it, it's not a chore. No monumental effort required. It's just a part of who you are. The shift from I need to burn X number of calories to I'm someone who wakes up and moves is massive. Moving from this checklist mentality to embodying this active, healthier lifestyle is the kind of change that sticks. Because let's face it, long-term change isn't about enduring a punishment. It's about evolving into the version of yourself that doesn't think twice, about embracing a more active, vibrant life. And as Ralph Waldo Emerson said, the only person you are destined to become is the person you decide to be. So if you're caught between the simplicity of calorie counting and the allure of complex programs, remember that sweet spot is in creating habits that fit your life and fuel your transformation. It's clear that the path to fitness isn't paved with one-size-fits-all advice. Looking for more insider secrets from a personal trainer? Dive into my video right here, where I reveal 14 life-changing fitness hacks I discovered through my journey as a personal trainer.